What's up everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Preeti Rao and I am both a real estate and a mortgage broker for close to 20 years. Now, last week, I briefly touched on the reasons for the constant increase in interest rates and also about the Bank of Canada's recent released summary of the conversations that they had with respect to the most recent interest rate hike. Today, let's talk about the ramifications of these hikes and will we ever see the end of it? But first, you know the drill. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, tap that bell icon. It gets me motivated to keep you up to date with everything real estate. Have you noticed that many things you buy, like shoes, clothes, furniture, and many such commodities, all of these say made in China? It's one of the cheapest manufacturing countries out there and an important source of global demand. And that's one of the main reasons why China's economy plays a significant role in the world economy. Now, what has that got to do with the Canadian inflation, you can ask? Well, almost everything. And not just Canada, but the US, Europe, and many developed countries. I have said this in my previous video on inflation. We live in Canada, our little world, but the world out there is huge. And what happens out there will sooner or later impact our little world. As much as we would like to believe that everything is good in the world, we know that it's not. The Russia-Ukraine war is still going strong with no end in sight. Taliban has taken over Afghanistan, pulling it back into the Stone Age. Pakistan as a country is on a verge of bankruptcy. Sri Lanka's inflation rate is still at 47.7%. And look at the number of lives we lost in the Turkey-Syria earthquakes. And don't even get me started on global warming. The world around us is crashing, and we should consider ourselves extremely lucky that we live in a country where sports, interest rates, and real estate are our key point of conversation. We as individuals may not be impacted personally by what's happening around the globe, but the impact does trickle down, and we feel it in forms that pinch us the most, like gas price hikes, grocery price hikes, prices of all our commodities going up. So just like how Canada's economy depends on immigrants, we depend on products from all these countries. So economic issues that happen there do impact us. And that is what Bank of Canada's main job is, to predict the ramifications and impact of global disasters and how they will affect Canadians. And most importantly, how to fix it for Canada with minimal damage. Last week I spoke about the factors around the globe that Bank of Canada is keeping an eye on. Oil prices, the global energy prices, and the global supply chain. And most importantly, our real estate market. The basic agenda that Bank of Canada has is to stop people from spending. Yes, inflation has come down from 8.1% to 6.3%. That's great news, but it's not good enough. The banks want to encourage saving, and that is why interest rates on fixed term GICs are almost touching 5%. For Canada, that's unheard of. For new clients applying for mortgage, banks are offering lucrative fixed rate mortgages. Well, as lucrative as it can get. It's not 2 and 3%, but it's still better than the variable. Till December of last year, variable was the only option. But today we are back to clients opting for a fixed rate. The question is, will this work? Because Bank of Canada is actually banking on it. Now, they do recognize that inflation is coming down, but the interest rate increase in the last 12 months have not been widely felt throughout the entire economy yet. So they erred on the side of caution and increased interest rates one more time. And they are being very clear that they are going to continue to err on the side of caution. So in other words, they are more likely to increase interest rates than lower them in order to make sure that they don't get behind the eight ball on this. They also wanted to make it clear that they needed time to accumulate evidence to see whether the interest rate increases of last year are actually working and flowing through the economy. And I think most importantly here, they wanted to make it clear that this was a conditional pause in the increase of the interest rates, and that they are more concerned with the upside risk of inflation than they are with the downside risk. So what they are saying here is that they more likely are to increase interest rates right now than they are to reduce them, because they would rather increase them too much than not increase them enough and end up in a situation where inflation remains sticky and they have to do even more heavy lifting with respect to increasing the interest rates. So if you have questions or want clarifications, please don't hesitate to call me. If you still don't know who I am, please go check my rating on Google and read my client reviews. Till then, take care. And if you found value and liked this video and would like to see more content, click on the boxes on the screen. Once again, my name is Preeti Rao. My contact information is in the description box below. Make sure to hit like, share, subscribe and the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to call me because I hold the key that opens the door to your dream home.